It looks like payment processors are back at it again with online censorship and forcing different sites and anime goods, manga goods, adult content to censor itself, or they will potentially lose any ability to make money. So let's read here what Hobby Link Japan has to say before I go any further. Some of you may have noticed that the adult section has gone missing from our website. Existing pre-orders from before this change will continue to be fulfilled. We hope to share a detailed update with you about the future of this genre of products as soon as possible. So for those that have no idea who Hobby Link Japan is, let me give a brief rundown of them. So they are a company that sells anime figures, toys, merchandise, model kits, etc. And this is their official site. And as you can see, they have a bunch of different figures and stuff on, sell, but it doesn't just stop there. I mean, they have books and magazines, they have anime figures, they have, Gundam model kits and stuff. They have a lot of different merchandise. Basically, stuff that's within Japan, they allow you to purchase and they will ship it to you around the world, so to speak. And so if you're an avid collector, if you're someone that loves anime, loves manga, loves Gundam, whatever, you're able to order this different merchandise and bring it and ship it to your door. Basically, it's a very nice site. It's a site meant for fans, otaku, weebs, nerds, whatever. It's a great site, and a lot of people have used it. I am very well aware of the site, and a lot of people have recommended me to buy figures from the site in the past. But that gets into the main point. So basically, a few days ago, there was a Reddit post that started to make some traction on r/anime figures. And as you can see, this was dated 3 days ago. And apparently, within an email, they were contacted by the staff of Hobby Link Japan. And this is what the email had to say. Thank you for reaching out to us. Due to recent changes in our operations, we have made the decision to remove all adult-oriented items from our website. These products are no longer available for purchase. We understand this may be disappointing, and we sincerely apologize for any inconvenience this causes. We appreciate your understanding, and thank you for your continued support. If you have any other questions, please feel free to contact us, and, obviously the typical customer service, Hobby Link Japan, their site link, etc. But basically, it all started with this Reddit post, and then eventually it managed to reach me, and people were like, hey Chibi, did you see about Hobby Link Japan? And then they made an official update earlier this morning talking about the situation, pretty much saying the exact same thing that their emails provided. So pretty much it confirmed that this is a legitimate email, and that, yes, Hobby Link Japan did remove adult content. So let's get into the main situation at hand. What does this mean? What is going on here? Is Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, and payment processors involved? So I do want to iterate that at this time, it is unconfirmed. But we have seen these games before. We have seen this pattern over and over again with multiple sites, multiple different companies, multiple different, sites that house adult goods or whatever get censored. Just suddenly, they no longer are able to offer adult content. This is a trend. It's a pattern. It is definitely something that many of us have seen, and if you've been following this pattern for years, it pretty much is eerily similar to what Visa and MasterCard has been doing for a while. And the fact that they have been hard focused on, going after Japanese content, like adult content and stuff, this is right in their favorite motive, to censor Japan, censor Japanese content, and all that, because it's icky. Now, that gets into the point. The point is at this time, it is unconfirmed. But it is very, very high chance. I would say it's 95% chance payment processors doing this. Obviously, I could be wrong there, but it literally makes no sense, especially for a company that has been selling basically goods for many, many years, as you can see here. You could literally see since 1997. It's very obvious for them to sell these type of goods for that long. Something like this doesn't just happen. A change like this doesn't just happen randomly. Usually it's because of the climate or other factors behind the scenes, and obviously looking at what happened to Steam, look what happened to itch.io, look what happened to the Otaku dating site and other Japanese sites in Japan, it's very, very likely, yes, they are involved. Now, once again, this gets back into the old crux of the issue, and that is the fact that it's really just insane how much power that these payment processors have, that they're able to bully and do mafia-like tactics against these companies, and they just can't do anything about it. There's literally nothing they can do, and the only advice really I could give at at this point to really fight back, and I've been saying it for a while, is that all these people that have been affected, to these creators, these game creators, to these different companies like Steam, Itch, HobbyLink Japan, and different, companies around the world that has been hit by these payment processors, I really think that they should do a collective joined lawsuit together to go after these payment processors, because that's really, I think, one of the only ways to really fight them at this point, is to get everybody together to really just fight back against them. If not that, the government needs to step in and start doing antitrust law and basically break up this monopoly that Visa and MasterCard and PayPal kind of have over the market, because it's 100% a monopoly. The fact that they can effectively neuter and sanitize the entire market and pick and choose what they want to be bought and not is not a good thing whatsoever. It is a complete direct attack on freedom of expression, and also it is an insult to people that, have their own money, and if they're able to, purchase it legally because it's legal content, payment processors shouldn't be able to stop a legal purchase. And they even try to deflect and say they won't do that, but we all know that's a bunch of hogwash. We know for a fact they're liars, and that they definitely will censor whatever they want, while actively still supporting stuff like Roblox, for instance, or OnlyFans. But, anyways, I've gone on to a tangent, but the point is payment processors are back at it again, and there is some other news to this topic that I do want to discuss. So this right here is Zikarishi. He is a Japanese politician that I have been speaking with for a while, and a lot of people have noticed that he has been very anti-censorship. He has been trying to fight for Japan to be free from censorship, to allow creators to express themselves, and he's also someone that's been spreading, word from the West to Japanese citizens about what's going on with localizations and stuff like that. He's been doing a pretty big fight to fight back against censorship. He's also the individual that really kind of opened up the lid, or removed the lid of the controversy of Bocchi the Rock, and allowing a lot of people in the West to find out about the situation. So basically, a few days ago, he started to receive death threats, and it's really gross, because if you just pause the video, I'm not going to read this email, but he's receiving emails like this constantly. People wishing for him to just disappear, silence him, etc. And his main stance, honestly, is to just be anti-censorship. These people are so violent, disgusting, and evil. It's insane, man. It is actually insane how evil people actually can be. And I feel really bad for this man, because he is definitely, in the center, the heart of, this fight, especially in Japan, since he's been a massive voice for a lot of people to become aware of things. So this just makes me incredibly sick, just seeing this man getting continuous death threats from those that are pro-censorship and anti-fan service and stuff, and pretty much might as well be anti-Japan, and kind of racist to Japan at this point because of how they act. But, anyways, into the next topic, we also have this situation here, which is more, censorship as well, but this time it's censorship from the UK government, and you can just see that UK is still being UK. Even though it's been now about 2 months since everything happened with the Online Safety Act, you can see that it's being used for everything but protecting kids. For instance, you had this, elderly patient with cancer, by the way. There is a video clip, by the way. If you go to this article and you find it and all that, I'll probably link in the description if you want to check it for yourself. But there is a article, or a video clip of this, and you can see this officer coming to this elderly patient's door because she said something that offended somebody on a Facebook post. Just a singular person, and they reported her to the police, and then the police, with all their resources or limited resources in this case, they decided to show up an elderly cancer patient's door and basically say, you need to apologize, trying to force an apology, not arresting her or anything like that, trying to force her to apologize. And I'm just like, there is so many other issues going on, and the woman herself even mentions this within the video clip, is there not people being killed, hurt, harmed, whatever, any, vicious assaults or whatever? You come to an elderly woman's door to tell her to apologize about a Facebook post? She's like, really? It's really just crazy just how much of a clown show UK has been, as of late, at least the government. I'm really glad there's a lot of people in the country that's trying to protest and fight back, but it's just insane to me, how far off the rails 2025 has gone. There's just so much crazy stuff that keeps happening. There's things that just keep getting worse and worse, and there's another little fun fact as well that I was hearing about. I need to do a little bit more research into, but apparently Visa as well is trying to support online ID as well. Yeah, go figure. Who would have expected the company that has been censoring and bullying and using mafia tactics against multiple sites and companies for years now is now trying to force online ID? Yeah, I'll probably do a separate video on that very soon, because that's a pretty heated discussion at the moment, and I need to do a lot more research into it. But with that being said, though, I just think it's just, there's an attack on all sides within the anime and manga industry. We have seen it. I mean, we have had people internally invade the space trying to change the culture. We have people within Japan as well, within the very production of anime, trying to do this too. Very similar, eerily similar to what happened to the gaming industry, where you had these activists go into the gaming industry and try to push narratives, agenda, and different things within gaming spaces. And it's very clear that this has also been happening for a while within the anime space, and it's now becoming a lot more obvious. People are becoming a lot more aware of the situation, and it's really gross, man. It's just super gross seeing stuff like this and how much worse it continues to get. Another thing too is, it's just like, if it's not stuff like that, people trying to invade the space as an activist, you also have people on the outside just trying to change it as well. Like, you have, Visa, for instance, just censoring content, trying to gain control over it, make as much money as possible. Then you have fans that will side with pro-censorship, side with anti-fan service because they want to, they think it's icky content. And it's just like, bro, just because you don't like this content doesn't mean it shouldn't exist, because eventually there will be content that you like that will be censored if you allow Pandora's box to remain open. If you don't close it, it will get a lot worse. And that's what's probably going to happen. It's going to get a lot worse before things get probably any better. But I'll leave it at that. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe. It does help out a lot. Leave a like and leave a comment. It helps with the algorithm and allows the video to be noticed more. But love you guys. Chibi out.